What steps did you take to get sponsored? Show people more about you other than the gym. We kind of talked about this earlier in gym photos. Something that I've learned, one thing that I've learned is people are fake as shit.
Not COVID though, I swear.
You don't want to be like me on YouTube where you're Yo, what is going on everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little different. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys the ways that I use to becoming a fitness influencer. A lot of you guys have asked me before, like,
yo Levi, how do I get a sponsorship? How do I gain a following? How do I do this? How do I do that?
And today in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I did it and how you guys can do it too, because there's a lot of things that you probably don't even think of that I'm going to share with you guys. All right, I actually asked you guys to ask me some questions on my Instagram like a few weeks back, so if you guys aren't following the Instagram, be sure to follow the Instagram, because I put up a whole bunch of polls that I answer questions in the YouTube videos. All right, so the first things first, we're going to start. We're going to get a workout in. We just took our pre-workout. It splashed all over my face. I accidentally snorted it. You guys know when that happens. So we're going to get in there. We're going to hit some back and biceps, and I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions. So without further ado, let's get inside. Okay, so the first tip and suggestion I'm going to give to everyone watching is you guys need to not post every single photo that you have in the gym. I know it's so easy to post gym photos, because the first thing that you think when you're thinking fitness influencer is kind of post gym photos, because I'm a fitness influencer and that's what we do. We lift and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, yes, you guys do lift, you guys do go in the gym, and those pictures do all right, but they don't do the best, because you have to think about it. Everyone has that same idea or mindset. I did too when I first started, is dang, like, I need to post photos in the gym to show people that I'm doing fitness. And it's like, bro, people can see that you're fit without the gym. Does that make sense? You're an explorer. It's a whole bunch of things in the gym. You got to stand out. So you have to find photos and things that are going to stand out. So don't always post photos in the gym. Post photos of like what you're doing outside of the gym. Post photos of you jet skiing. Post photos of you just doing other things besides just doing stuff inside the gym. That's gonna be my first tip and suggestion to you guys. It was something that I learned. You just have to understand that the fitness industry is super saturated with gym photos and just gym content in general. But for the first workout, we're gonna be doing some lat pull downs. My back workout has been the same ever since. We're still getting ready for the show. That's the plan as of right now. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know, but we're gonna hit some pull. Before we hit another set, like I said, I have questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram. Like I said, go to the Instagram, because that's where I ask you guys to ask all your questions for these videos. So Dave asked, what steps did you take to get sponsored? Well, watch the rest of this video to find out, but honestly, you're gonna need a following, and you're gonna need to be able to influence. If you can't influence, a brand's not gonna sign you, because at the end of the day, a brand truly cares about just making sales, to be honest, okay? It's a business. A business can't function without sales. You have to use some common knowledge with this kind of stuff too. You can't just be like, oh, I have a big following, well, how come I'm not getting a clothing sponsorship? Because I had a big following for a long time, but I didn't get a clothing sponsorship for 125,000 followers, and you would think I'd get one at like 35,000, like a lot of these new guys. So it goes, how to grow your audience while keeping it 100% real you. So you just have to practice genuinity throughout your whole life. You just have to be yourself around, other people. In high school, I was always friends with people that were kind of different around different groups of people, and for me, I was just always the same. I think that's kind of why some people like me and some people didn't. It's because I'm not gonna be a different person just to appeal to people that I don't even like see in my life. That's how you do that. I hope that answers some of your guys' questions, helps you guys out.
Hollywood perfect.
All right, so a few more questions during this lift. I want to inspire people through social media. I just want to know how. I know I have it in me. So if you know you have it in you, then do that. Like, you have to act too, because a lot of the times, like, I remember telling myself, like, I know I can do this. I'd watch Christian Guzman. I was like, I knew I can inspire people with my own being. I just have to put it out there. So it's just a matter of doing it. So this is a really good question. What's the most mentally challenging thing of having your own brand? So as a fitness influencer and just having my own brand, it's super difficult to, you don't
Today, Junior,
want to be competitive, but you do want to be competitive. So the most competitive aspect is you start comparing. It's really hard. So that's why it's important. Like, you also have to stay off your phone too, because I used to be really harsh on influencers. Like, oh, why aren't you answering your DMs? Because when you're answering DMs too, you're also seeing other people's pages, and it's like, you just need to be you and record your own content. So I've been on my phone less, trying to get my screen time down. And that's been probably, if not the hardest thing I've faced yet.
About him, never leave. Fucked up, smelling like that bird.
Okay, and that's gonna put an end to the workout. It was a pretty nice pull day. It's been so hard with training and getting ready to move. As some of you guys know, I'm getting ready to move to Houston. I'm driving all the way down to Houston. We were going through like the LA area, so if there's anyone you want to see me collab with, comment. Bruh. All right, so I'm calling the left corner, my left, your guys is right, I think. I don't know, I may have that backwards. Left corner from about 45 yards out, let's see. I was only like a little off, right? It was just like a little to like that side or whatever. Anyway, so this brings me to my next point, guys. So when you were trying to become an influencer, right, show people more about you other than the gym. We kind of talked about this earlier in gym photos, but what I really mean by this is take other photos outside of the gym. Like for example, today I'm gonna take a photo of me playing soccer, or I'm gonna be taking video footage of it too, okay? This goes for YouTube, this literally goes for everything, TikTok, whatever. People wanna feel relatable. They wanna feel like, you know, they can relate to you on some sort of level, okay? Not everyone loves the gym just like us, okay? Some people that, you know, watch us play soccer, they play football. I've talked to these kids in DMs before, okay? They want to feel relatable. This doesn't just go for kids either, like I said, kids, okay? It literally means anyone, okay? Sometimes, I mean, literally, for example, I remember one time I posted a picture of me getting coffee, and people in the comments were like, yo, dude, what's your coffee order? What's like a low-calorie coffee substitution? Like, dude, people are interested, okay? People like coffee. Dude, people literally watch their Kardashians.
Gut and my heart is telling me that I just like did this too fast and I didn't know what I was doing.
Just think about that. If you guys have ever sat down, I've sat down with my mom before and watched the Kardashians. I'm like, how do people watch this? But then I realized, how do people watch me? It's because people are genuinely interested in what you do. And I've caught myself honestly watching other people's lives before, and I'm like, I wonder if they're interested in that. And I don't know, they'll listen to like the same kind of music I do, and I'm like, oh, that's super cool. It makes me like them that much more. So be relatable to your audience. I'll answer a couple more questions real quick. So one thing you've learned to appreciate and one thing you've learned since becoming an influencer. So one thing I've learned to appreciate is the fact that I'm able to inspire thousands, and eventually I will inspire millions of people. Something like that is just insane to me. Just the fact that I can, you know, touch someone, can, you know, not like actually, you know, touch it. That just sounded wrong. Just being able to have an influence on someone and knowing that I'm making someone's day better is something I've learned to really appreciate. And it's not just one, it's like thousands. Something that I've learned, one thing that I've learned is people are fake as shit no matter what, you know, whether it be in a fitness industry situation or whether it be, you know, at a grocery retail store like I used to work at, people are just fake as shit anywhere. All right, and the last question. So how much time a day do you dedicate to editing, posting, etc.? I'm gonna just say this, it's way too much time. I'm gonna eventually gonna have to get an editor. Just when things pick up and whatnot, I love editing my own stuff and having my own style, so it's gonna take me forever to get an editor, but I will always like to be able to edit my own content, if that makes sense. Like I won't ever give someone 100% the editing control of my content because I like to, you know, style my content the way that I have it already. So in all, I'm working obviously more than 40 hours a week. I'm setting out the camera out here. I'm like, every single thing that I do in life almost involves the camera or some sort of social media thing. That's it. I'm gonna head home right now. I need a shower. I'm a little sticky, you know, like a little sweat, you know, it's kind of gross, and yeah, I need to leave. Ever since we got back from Florida, I've literally had like this cold going on for like the past week and a half now. It's just kind of like a scratchy throat and like my sinuses are kind of congested. It's not COVID though, I swear. No, but seriously, on a real note, every single other person kind of like got this like cold, and apparently like there's this cold thing going around on TikTok. I don't know, it's so weird. Someone just will start something, be like, oh, I have a cold right now, and it'll get like 1 million likes, be like, no way, same here. And it's like, well, dude, there's like 800 million people using the platform. Like there's bound to be a lot of people with a cold. But yeah, that's why I'm drinking tea. But anyway, for this next part, for these next 7 steps or tips I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna explain it through a screen recording. So in 3, 2, 1, you guys are gonna pop up. So the first one that we're gonna start out with is quality over quantity, okay guys? So I know it's super easy to just, you know, post a whole bunch of content because a lot of content creators now are suggesting if you want to be an influencer, just, oh, push content. It's like, bro, sometimes I can dig you in a hole because if you're posting content that isn't quality, people aren't going to necessarily want to come back. Okay, so for example, like here's something I'm gonna post. So this photo right here on Instagram, this goes for all platforms, by the way. So this photo with me and my friend is kind of tilted, the coloration's kind of off. I just tossed it up last minute, it was his birthday. So I definitely wanted to get it up, and then you compare it to something like this. I'm out jet skiing. It's a very centered photo. It's kind of cool, it's like lifestyle. Just overall a better quality photo. You don't wanna be like, I see this a lot. A lot of people will just toss up like a dirty ass mirror picture in the gym and be like, oh yeah, dude, that's like good enough. It's like,
bro. I'm
sorry, but like, you're just showing your audience you don't care, and your audience isn't going to want to come back if you're literally showing them like you don't care. Okay, and this literally goes for every single platform, YouTube, and it also goes for TikTok. So look at my TikTok. Look, this video has 131,000 plays. This one's 6,000. Why? Because it looks like crap. Just even if I was scrolling my For You page, I would have scrolled past that too. Quality over quantity, okay? It's really important just to emphasize on that, because you just want to show your audience that you care. All right, and the next thing is pretty self-explanatory as well. Just start everything all at once, all right? So what I did is I started YouTube, and then I started TikTok, I think, and then I started Instagram, all right? And I just started everything at once just so I could eventually understand the algorithm of every single one. But it also kind of creates this whole, like, you know, engagement from every single platform. So you get, you know, people coming from your TikTok to your YouTube, people coming from your YouTube to your Instagram, people coming from your Instagram to your YouTube and TikTok. So it's just like a circle of engagement and just getting different people from different platforms. And the next thing is collaborate, okay? I don't know one single influencer in the whole scheme of just influencing that has never collaborated, okay? So, for example, I have this pulled up of Jesse James West and I. So when Jesse and I collaborated, I got like 500 new followers from this, and as soon as he tossed it up, it's like one of my videos with my most views, okay? So it just kind of grabs people, you know, from all different sorts of like channels or whatnot, and just kind of puts more eyes on you, and people start to, you know, kind of find out about you. So maybe people from Jesse's channel ended up like, and I hate to say this because it's not like a competition, but some people might like my content better, and they may have never known about me unless I collaborated with Jesse James West. You can do this with all platforms too. So for example, with Ryan Dangler right here, okay, I got a lot of follows from that as well. So yeah, get out and collaborate. And this next one is really important too. So as you can see on my Instagram, I am, you know, I'm kind of like entertainment, and then I'm like lifestyle as well, or I'm trying to get more so into entertainment right now. But then if you look up someone like Richard, whatever his last name is, you can tell he's an online coach, all these like workout stuff, and then he kind of has like some lifestyle stuff, but for the most part you kind of know he's like an online coach with all these fitness videos and whatnot. And yeah, just find your niche, because when people come to your profile, right, when you come to my profile, even my profile is kind of confusing, because you're like, is this guy like an online coach? Like this photo, me in the gym, like what is this guy, you know, doing? But I think you can kind of get a broad sense that I'm like entertainment. I got this picture with me and my girlfriend. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but you just want to give people something that they know exactly what they're getting when they go to your page. Another thing is just consistently work hard, okay? This stuff is, if you want to do this, you have to work hard in the beginning, okay? Some people have it easier than others, okay? I've noticed that, you know, TikTok has been able to kind of provide a lot of these influencers with like quick clout or whatever it is without really having to work that hard. But trust me, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So trust me, like if you want longevity, just keep working hard. Like that's the way I look at it. Like I'm a hard worker. I'm always going to keep working hard, and eventually, you know, it's going to pay off. All right, and the next thing, and the last thing that we're going to share up on the screen recording is reach out to brands. So this video, for example, so as soon as I release this video right here, right, living in Los Angeles with Jesse James West, Transparent Labs, you guys know, like Transparent Labs probably mostly because of Jesse James West or because of me now, because as soon as I posted up with that, they literally hit me up. So it kind of wasn't for, you know, knowing someone that was with him. I probably wouldn't have ever gotten that sponsorship, but Jesse also told me like he just reaches out to brands sometimes to see if he can get a sponsorship. So you can literally just do that. I've known like a lot of people that have literally done that. A lot of people coming onto Raw Gear as well have done that. So just reach out to people, just see what you can do, okay? And if it doesn't come right away, it just wasn't meant to be, all right? That's all I was gonna share with you guys on the screen recording. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope it was just easier to kind of understand everything that I was explaining just through videos. And here, I'll even show you guys an example of the last thing I was talking about. So I literally contacted a Shock Energy because I had worked with them before. I messaged them, they never got back to me, but you know, I had obviously mentioned them before, and we got, you know, some things, we got work done together. So they sponsored me because I reached out and whatnot. So yeah, just be sure to do that. And that doesn't put an end to this video yet. I have one more tip and suggestion for you guys. It's like something that I've been struggling with the most, and you guys will understand when we get there. But right now I gotta go take care of something during my day. Pack, we gotta get ready for this Houston trip. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. Soccer once again. Mackenzie interrupted me the first time. All right, my last and final tip to you guys on becoming an influencer is just find out, like this is something that I've been struggling with, is find out yourself kind of. You kind of have to find out who you are as a person. And I think that's been one of my biggest struggles, not necessarily not knowing who I am. It's just more so, what am I gonna record? What kind of content am I gonna bring to the table? Because I think one of the biggest struggles I've had is just been flip-flopping in between content. And part of it has been like, I know this is excuses, just having someone to record and help me film and kind of being around like-minded individuals to bounce off ideas from. That's why I'm moving to Houston. But that's my biggest suggestion to you guys, is just kind of, you know, find out who you are and what kind of content that you want to create, because you don't want to be like me on YouTube where you're making, you know, funny stuff one day and then you're making like lifestyle stuff one day. Like people need to get a sense of who you are and what you're bringing to the the table, and that's something that I've been struggling on doing. Mackenzie and I literally just sat down over there on the grass and talked about it. But that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, do not forget to press that subscribe button, because you guys know I will be back. And as always, what's the limit, Mackenzie?
The sky's the limit.
Yeah, okay, and real quick, let's see if I can make this. Top left, top left.
All right, you got this?
Top left, top left. All right, that's like 800 yards over there.
Can you
But
make
until
it?
next time.
So strong enough.